This is after Lazarus has awakened in his tomb. He's extremely disoriented and fragile, and he turns to his best friend for support. The worst part of this for him is he seems to have lost his faith because he has no recollection of any afterlife. And his best friend just happens to be an extremely charismatic preacher and healer, whom we will later come to know as Jesus Christ. But in my book, as Martin was saying, one of my goals was to give Jesus and Lazarus back their Judaism. So he's Yeshua ben Yosef. So I'm starting here with Jesus saying, the last time we were together, we argued about my plans to defy the priests. As he tells me of our disagreement, I recall growing fearful for his safety and pressing him too vociferously to refrain from challenging the authority of our temple officials. I'm about to apologize when he says, "Can you forgive me for taking so long to reach you?" Tears squeeze through his lashes, which summon my own. How could I not forgive you, I say. I need to hear you say the words aloud, he tells me. I give you all that you might ever ask of me, including my forgiveness. My throat is desperately dry again, so we retreat into silence while I gulp down some more water. At length, he stands up and goes to my window. I sense he needs to look into a world beyond our concerns. With Yeshua, there has always been the danger of his descending into too deep a chamber inside himself and never emerging again. On turning back to me, he takes a deep breath. Your sisters told me you died while I was making my way here, he says. I don't understand. You stopped breathing. Apparently, you were dead for 2 days. He clearly believes the truth in what he is telling me, so I do not laugh. When I taste blood in my mouth, I realize that I have nibbled away some crust from my lips. My old friend studies me closely. I expect him to speak within me, as he sometimes does when voicing his thoughts aloud might endanger or compromise us, but he says nothing. My sisters told you this, I ask? His eyes grow glassy. Yes, they said your fever worsened and that you became so weak that you were unable to move. Mia said that she was rubbing your feet with oils when she felt the tremor of your soul leaving your body. She checked on your breathing and there was none. Given that I'm here now, she must have been mistaken. Marta confirmed that you were dead. That's very hard to believe. Yet that's what happened. You were gone and then you returned to us. He nods as if no other explanation is possible. Echoing the Psalms, he says, as you know, I have always filled my quiver with the unlikely and the improbable. That's true enough, I think, and yet, are you certain, I ask? After he confirms that I was dead, I imagine the man I'd been only a moment before, standing behind me, observing me, unwilling to come forward and join me.